Good morning, good morning, good morning. Carol Davis here with a spot of sunshine just for you. It's 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Daylight Time, Wednesday, May 26th. So, hope everybody's doing well. Everybody's getting excited for the end to be near. Well, I hope it's not the end, it's the beginning. The beginning of a new life. The beginning of return to close to what it used to be. It's never going to be normal. It's never going to go back to exactly how it was. I think a lot of us, I'm only guessing, but in talking and knowing me and talking to my friends, I think the nation has learned a lot about this pandemic. Well, here's what I think we learned based on my own experience, no official research. I think that many people learned what's really important in life. I remember at the very beginning of the pandemic, I said, wow, this is pretty cool because people are going to get to meet their families. And people looked at me like, what are you talking about, meet my family? Because everybody thought they knew their family. And I bet you can talk to most people who have a whole different picture now. So I'm grateful for the pandemic and everything I learned. I didn't have any family to get to know, but that's okay. Today, as you know, every day I try to bring in a little spot of sunshine to hopefully brighten your day and help you to stop whatever you're doing, wherever you are, and just breathe this moment and listen for 5 minutes to a children's program guaranteed to switch your brain around. Now, if you're not here for the 10 o'clock, spread the word. It's on YouTube. Changeless Change YouTube. Change Less Change. YouTube. If you have any trouble finding it, let me know. But all my programs, all my broadcasts, they're on there. Cool, huh? Like, you could listen to a whole book. Sometimes I break down the book and read a big book and read a few pages every day. And then you can track the whole story. Today, I think I'll read just this one book. Will be good. It's another book by my friend Ruthie Darling. Amazing author of children's books. I love her books. As I've said in other broadcasts, I'm a writer, but I don't do children's writing. It's a gift. She has a gift. You ready? Mrs. Libra lived in a zoo with Zoey, her daughter, who was just over 2. And there's their picture. Mrs. Libra and Zoey Zebra. At just over 2, Zoey wanted more lines. Her stripes on her body, so she could change her facial designs. She tried to move the stripes on her face, but when she was done, they were in the same place. Now, I listen to these stories from an adult perspective, and you might too, because you might identify or you might know people who this reminds you of. To get out of the zebra and the stripe, who can this, in terms of human beings, what could this apply to? How do I move my black stripes around? She wondered aloud as she sat on the ground. Then one day she heaved a big sigh and crawled under a fence, which she thought was quite high. Where are you going? Mrs. Libra called out. You're sure to get lost as you're roaming about. I'm looking for stripes to put on my face, and I think they might be in some faraway place. Because I've looked in the bushes and I've looked all around, and I haven't found even one stripe on the ground. I also tried looking in beautiful trees, but all that I found were some striped honeybees. So Mrs. Libra snuck out of the zoo to go with her daughter, who was just over 2. Her mom wasn't sure if black stripes could grow, but to tell you the truth, she just did not know. Here's a picture of them out and about in the grassy knoll. They're heading for town, looking for stripes. So they went into town and walked into a store, but the stripes they found were black stripes on the floor. Next, they went to a candy store that sold stringy black candy and were given this candy, which they thought was just dandy. Well, that was licorice. But when she stuck the candy next to her nose, it fell on the ground, landing near a red rose. When she saw a striped scarf she could tie on her head, she thought, this could fall off while I'm asleep in my bed. Next, they went to a store that sold all kinds of paint, but the smell of the paint almost made Zoey faint. So they left the paint store. Oh, let's put some more light on the subject. And sat under a tree, and dear Zoey looked at a stripe on her knee. She rubbed that black stripe, but it just stayed right there. And as hard as she rubbed it, it would not disappear. If I can't change the stripes on my body or face, maybe, just maybe, they're in the right place. As they sat together under the tree, the mom looked at Zoey and said with great glee, "The stripes that you have are in the right place, including the ones that you have on your face. You need to be happy with the way that you look, and it's not what you see in some kind of book." Since nothing else was left to do, Mrs. Libra and Zoey returned to the zoo. Zoey had learned a great lesson that day, and she and her mom had gone on their way. Zoey had learned, as she and her mom had gone on their way, Zoey had learned to be proud of her lines, which are only a small part of nature's designs. So, huge lesson. That's a big people lesson that she was able to demonstrate in a children's book. You know, many humans are not satisfied with who they are, how they look. They look in the mirror and but you know, God don't make no mistakes. Each of us is created in the perfect, unique design, created just for us. I, too, am sometimes dissatisfied with what I see in the mirror or how my body parts are working or not working. But I know I'm imperfect just as I am, and so I'm grateful I haven't had to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to try to rearrange God's handiwork. So, namaste. Blessings to you. Have a good day. Love you. Bye.